battlefield of Fallujah. After being shot multiple times with machine gun rounds, he survived, and he ended up at Bethesda Naval Hospital in Montgomery County, Maryland, right here in our home state. On his hospital door, in part, he scrawled the following message: to all who enter here, if you are coming into this room with sorrow or to feel sorry for my wounds, go elsewhere. The wounds I received, I got in a job I loved, doing it for the people I love, supporting the freedom of a country that I deeply love. I met Jason Redman back on October 12th, 2015, at an event where the Navy SEALs had demonstrated their proficiency and their military might for those in attendance. And I recently read Jason's book, The Trident. Jason personally mailed me a copy of this book after I met him. In it he signed, Sheriff Mike, thanks for your service at home while we protect and defend away. As Americans, we'll continue to preserve, protect, and promote freedom. We are Americans because that's what we do. We fight for all that this flag represents. The flag that we salute today is symbolic of the one that flew through the night, as you all well know, 206 years ago, right here in Maryland, just across this bay, during the bombardment of Fort McHenry, signaling defiance to the British and hope and inspiration to a man by the name of Francis Scott Key. Some historians have called the War of 1812 the Second War of Independence, the crucial test of our young republic as it fought for its life against what was then the strongest nation on earth. By the end of the summer of 1814, the British had already taken our capital. They had burned the White House. Baltimore was their next target in this grand design to divide our forces and crush this newly independent nation of upstart colonies. All that stood between the British and Baltimore, all that stood between America and defeat, was this fort and its guns blocking their entry into the Baltimore harbor. The British fleet of warships moved within 2 miles of the fort and began a bombardment that will last for the next 25 hours. Through the dark night, the rockets fired and bombs exploded, and a young American patriot by the name of Key, Francis Scott Key, held captive aboard a British ship, watched anxiously for some proof, some sign that liberty would prevail. You can imagine his joy when the next morning, in the dawn's early light, he looked out and saw the banner still flying. A little tattered and torn and worse for wear, but still flying proudly above the ramparts. Fort McHenry and the brave men manning it had withstood the assault, and Baltimore was saved. The United States, this great experiment in human freedom, as George Washington described it, would now endure. Today our country is facing some of the most challenging times of our lifetime. To many, these are the most difficult days we have ever faced. We will persevere, just like those who fought at Fort McHenry. Through the hardships and the setbacks, they kept their eyes on that ideal and that purpose. Just as through the smoke of battle, Francis Scott Key kept a lookout for that flag. With the birth of our nation, the cause of human freedom has become forever tied to that flag and its survival. So today, on Flag Day 2020, the greatest tribute we can offer to those who have fought in defense of this great nation, our veterans present today, is to wave the banner of freedom proudly. We owe that to the veterans in this crowd. We owe that to those who have fought for our safety, our security, and our freedom, which is the foundation of this great nation. May we never forget those who have served. May we never forget those who have died. May we never fail to live up to their standard. And may we never falter in our fight for freedom at home and abroad. The United States flag. For my veterans here today, you know that our flag is more than just being symbolic of a free country. We're not perfect. We are an imperfect nation. But the colors of these stars and our stripes, those beautiful white stripes, signify purity and innocence. The red, hardiness and valor. And blue signifies vigilance, perseverance, and justice for all. The American flag has been flown proudly on battlefields throughout the world, and approximately 1.8 million American servicemen and women have died while fighting under this flag. 1.8 million worldwide. I challenge each of you here today, the next time you stand and face our United States flag, don't just say the Pledge of Allegiance. I want everybody in this crowd to pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. May we share this special day and this weekend with our families and our loved ones here in CRISFIELD, Somerset County, Maryland, while remembering those who have allowed us all to do so. In closing, lyrics taken from Lee Greenwood's famous song reflect what's best in all Americans today. I am proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. May God bless you all, and thank you for allowing me to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sheriff Lewis. Our flag is at once a history, a declaration, and a prophecy. It represents the American nation as it was at birth. It speaks for what it is today, and it holds the opportunity for the future to add other stars to the glorious constellation. The Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks is the first and only fraternal body to require formal observance of Flag Day. In July of 1908, the Grand Lodge of this order at Dallas, Texas, assembled, provided for the annual nationwide observance of Flag Day on the 14th of June in each year by making it mandatory upon each subordinate lodge of the order. This unique distinction as the strongest promoter of Flag Day is most becoming to the Order of the Elks. The order is distinctively American. Only American citizens are eligible to join it, and it has no foreign affiliations. It has linked its destiny with the destiny of our country and made this flag its symbol of self-dedication to God, to country, and to fellow man. Would everyone please rise and recite with me the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. What is the meaning of the flag of the United States? There could never be a definitive answer to this question. There are people in this world who see it as a symbol of imperialism. Others see it as a destiny of the people. But reference to these and similar views of the flag was resolved by Woodrow Wilson when he said, "This flag, which we honor and under which we serve, is the emblem of our unity, our power, our thought and shape of this nation. It has no other character than that which we give it from the generation to generation. The choices of ours. Only love, true love of our fellow man can create peace. The emblem and token of that love is the stars and stripes, the symbol of the American way of life." Before I close, I would like to just direct your attention to the front of the podium and to the left. This is our fire department memorial flag pole. But all the bricks that are located in the front are in honor or in memory of someone, a loved one, whoever. They do not have to be a fireman. It is a little fundraiser that the fire department does. I do have the registrations forms right here. You can buy a brick if you know someone or memory or honor or something like that, just to purchase, and hopefully we'll fill all the lots up here. Before we go, I think Senator Groza has a quick brief saying that she'd like to say.
Good afternoon, CRISFIELD. Can you hear me?
Good afternoon.
CRISFIELD is doing what we should be doing on Flag Day. I commend you. I commend the Elks. I commend the CRISFIELD Fire Department, all the veterans, everybody in service that came out today, inviting Sheriff Lewis, who always tells the story of why Flag Day is important to all of us. He noted something, but I wanted to catch your attention on it. In Sheriff Lewis' remarks, he talked about the colors of our flag. And I'd just like to pause one more time and go through those. Red, hardiness and valor. White, purity and innocence. Blue, vigilance, perseverance, and justice. I wanted to share one quote with you that struck me. Given everything we're going through in our country, overseas, the challenges we face as a nation, we always come together. We always come together in victory. And today on Flag Day, I pulled a quote from former President Ronald Reagan. And he said, "When we honor our flag, we honor what we stand for as a nation. Freedom, equality, justice, and hope." I sincerely appreciate this invitation to join you today. I think it's so important what we're doing today, especially at this time in history, and I hope this becomes an annual tradition. God bless.
At this time, we're going to end with a song. If anyone's interested in purchasing a brick, please come see me. We had the forms. Thank you for coming out. And if anybody needs a flag for their house, please contact your local Elks, and we'll make sure we got a flag for you. Thank you.
From sea to shining sea, oh,
Fire department, come up here and get your picture taken. Frankie.
we noticed that yeah, we were like,
I was hoping you would get it, not have to do let me check.
Show 'em, boy. How you like that? How you like that? It's better than or that. What you call it? Hello, man. How you doing? Come on. Come on.
Yeah, we also.
Call you Bryce Stump.
I missed part.
it's